Great to see you all again. It's just a short intro just to let you know that after the success of last week's video, when it all goes right, I thought I'd show you a little bit of reality of when it all goes wrong, and boy did it go wrong on this particular vlog. So you can sit back, rejoice and be happy that it wasn't you this happened to, it was me. So you can all have a good laugh at my expense. Hope you enjoy it. And only one thing left to say. Welcome to Dorset. Today we're at Branksome Chime and we're here for sunrise. But boy, I wish we wasn't. Great to see you all again. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're back on the coast. It's not quite the Jurassic coast, but it's as close as I can get to home without actually going anywhere too far. It's literally about 10 minutes from my house, and it's a lovely little venue to come to. There's not too much of excitement to shoot here. It's not, as I say, it's not like the Jurassic coast where you've got features absolutely everywhere. It's quite plain, but there's a few groins down here that are worth shooting. And we're going to do a little bit of minimal seascape photography this morning. As you can see behind me, we've got a reasonable looking sunrise coming up so far. It doesn't look too bad, so I'm fairly hopeful we might get a shot. We're actually shooting in a slightly different direction though. We're not quite shooting where the sun's coming up. We're shooting just to the right of it. But in front, we've got some beautiful old pillars, which should make for some nice, minimal, interesting photography. Unfortunately, we've got a cruise liner right in front of our shot here today, which is not ideal, but it's part of what we're having to deal with on the coast at the moment. There's plenty of them parked up here, and it's just how it is. I must apologise for the audio today. I'm right on the coast, and you can hear the waves crashing in. It's a very windy morning, so I hope you can hear me okay. And apologies if you can't, but not a lot I can do about this particular one. Hopefully we're going to get a reasonable image. There's some nice colour coming in the clouds at the moment. So it's looking pretty reasonable. Set up at the moment, we're using a 1.2 hard reverse grad from Case Filters and a K9 polarizer just to give us some extra punch on this sunrise. There's some good colour just starting in front of me here, and as I say, it's a nice minimal scene with a few rocks in front and a couple of beams left over from an old groin structure. It really is quite a nice shot, to be fair, but like I say, we're going for very minimal today, and we might have a little chance at some long exposures later on. I'm not always a massive fan of long exposures, to be fair, but this scene really does lend itself so well to them. It's so minimal that it's just begging for a long exposure, so I think we probably will try it a little bit later on, but we're going to try and catch the sunrise colour to start with and see how we get on. We're focusing hard in front just on these rocks, trying to make sure we get everything nice and sharp, but we're going to crop the shot in a little bit later, and we're going to try and get a bit more of the pillars which are further out, and we're going to focus on those. But for the time being, the rocks are probably our better focus. It's about a third of the way into the shot, so it should make a better focus for this particular one. We're having to underexpose a tiny bit here just to make sure we don't clip our highlights in this sky, because it really is bright. Everything else around is quite dark, so it's very, very hard to balance it, even with a heavy 1.2 hard grad. The sunrise behind me really is shaping up rather nicely at the moment. There's plenty of colour out there, but in all fairness, I don't know how much we're going to get actually in front of us here. So we're just going to try our best and see what we can nail. Just while we've got a bit of colour out there, I've decided I'm going to put the Case 6-stop filter on, and we're going to drag out our exposure time. We're hoping to get somewhere around about the sort of minute and a half, and hopefully that will give us that smooth, silky water effect. As I say, I'm not a massive fan of long exposures, but this scene really does lend itself very well to it. So I think it would be daft not to try one, but later on we might try a few shorter exposures. Sadly, there's not really a lot of compositions here. There's pretty much one shot, so that's what we're here for, really. Gonna have to just try our best to, get some variations on that one shot and mix it up a little bit, but it's gonna be pretty tricky, so won't be lots and lots of pictures today. It's pretty much gonna be one. I thought us photographers were mad, but there's people out here swimming right now. It is absolutely freezing and the wind is howling, but They're in the water. Crazy, but what can you do? Okay, so this is the situation. As you've all seen, my tripod's gone completely over. Attached to my tripod is my Osmo Pocket, and attached to that is my mobile phone. And it's not just fallen over, it's actually come away from the tripod and it's disappeared somewhere into all the cracks and crevices in the rocks. The Osmo Pocket I've managed to find almost straight away and it's absolutely fine, so I was relieved at that. I have, however, lost the variable ND filter from the front of it, so that's a bit of a blow, but I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. My mobile phone, however, that is nowhere to be seen, and I'm starting to panic because the tide's coming in and I just literally cannot see this phone anywhere. After about half an hour of searching around, eventually I've managed to find it, and it's actually gone inside one of the rock cracks, and I can't actually get to it. My arm's not long enough and it's too big to fit inside the crack in the rock as well. So I'm starting to have a panic with this tide coming in, and I really don't want to lose my phone. I've managed to get my tripod and use the legs like a set of chopsticks and fish them into this rock and pull it out eventually. So, you know, I've got my phone back, but I've missed an absolutely glorious sunrise and I was heartbroken. But, you know, if that's the worst that happens, I guess that's not the end of the world. I did get a few pictures before the sun actually came up, so I'll stick those up in a second and you can have a look at them. Anyway, I hope this has given you a good laugh and, you know, at my expense, and made you sort of see that it's not all roses out there. We do have these trials and tribulations as well. What about you guys? Has anything terrible ever happened to you whilst doing photography? Let me know in the comments. It would make me feel so much better to know that my pain is shared by a few of you as well. So yeah, let me know your worst scenario in the comments. So guys, there you have it. That was my nightmare session. It really wasn't a good one, and you know, I hope you've not had some bad times like that. But at the same time, if you have, do let me hear about them in the comments. It would probably cheer me up a little bit. So yeah, let's hear your funny moments down there. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be back to normal vlog format very, very soon. And guys, do me a favour, please do hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the video to get out, and you guys did such a great job on it last week. It really did help a lot. So please do hit that like button and do leave a comment. And if you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you on board. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's announce the winner of the print competition. And this week it was Mark Jones. Give me a shout, Mark. You've got all my Facebook and Instagram in the description down there, or you can direct message me on YouTube. I just need your details and I'll get this print out to you. So congratulations, well done. And I hope you'll be very, very happy with it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care.